Folk Racing back again, and we're here with the F1 2024 Spanish Grand Prix driver ratings. Yes, it's Wednesday, yeah, it's a wee bit late, but you know what, it's time to party nonetheless. I'm going to kick off with Stake Sauber. I'm going to give Guan Yu Zhou a 6 and Valtteri Bottas a 7. Much improved weekend. Looks like their upgrades make them not the slowest car, but let's not pretend they're much better than that. Next up, we've got RB. I'm going to give Ricardo a 4 and Shinoda a 3. I don't know what happened. They actually put upgrades on that got slower. As for Williams, I'm going to give them both a 2 out of 10. Really shit weekend, but you expect more for Albon, don't you? Up next, we have got Haas. I'm going to give Hulkenberg a 7. I'm going to give Magnussen a 5. I think Hulkenberg did all he could. I think just Alpine were the 5th fastest car, and he finished not far off them. Up next, we have got Aston Martin. And Aston Martin are a team that are done. I'm going to give Stroll a 4. I'm going to give Alonso a 5. What is there to say? I don't really know. I mean, we know Alonso's the man, right? So the Aston Martin must just be a way to shit. And in the first couple of stages of that race, it looked at. I'm trying to think of the other team. Who's the other team that I'm forgetting about? I already did. 5 cars, have I? Aston Martin, Haas, RB, Williams. That's only. Then Alpine, but what's the other team? What's the other team at the back? Who's the other drivers in F1? Holy fuck, my mind has just went blank. What's the other team? I'm trying to think of who scored points this season. I don't have a Scooby snack. It turns out Williams, Haas, Alfa Romeo and RB. Yeah, actually, it turns out I didn't get any. Anyway, Alpine, I'm going to give Gasly a 9 and Ocon an 8. Couldn't have done much better. Right, into the top 3 teams, that's what we're top 4 teams. That's what we're here for. We will start with McLaren. I'm going to give Piastri a 4 out of 10. 7th in the fastest car. Made that mistake in quali. I don't think the mistake in quali is a good enough excuse though for him not to come through the field. You know what I mean? If everyone's going to slander Perez for not getting him through the field, then you've got to throw the same to Oscar Piastri, who's been much better than Perez this season. And I do think the McLaren was the fastest car this weekend. So yeah, as for Lando Norris, he bottled it yet again. I mean, I'm going to give him an 8. He bottled it, troops. He frickin' bottled it. Up next, we've got both Ferraris. Forza Ferrari. It's going to be 2 6s out of 10. I think Sainz gets shafted with the alternative strategy, and I do think he got forced off a few times. I don't think there was penalties in them, but it is what it is. And I think his move on Leclerc, to be fair, he probably could have got told to let him back through by his teammates. So if Ferrari didn't act on it, the FIA were probably like, well, we're not going to act on it. Anyway, up next we've got Mercedes. Russell didn't really do the best defensive. I mean, he did alright against Norris, I guess, but I don't know. This guy's racecraft needs to get better. I mean, yeah, Mercedes were a little bit worse, right, than McLaren and Red Bull. Not denying that. But that's a few weekends in a row now where George Russell could have easily won. And maybe this weekend he might not have been able to win. Maybe it's a wee bit harsh this weekend, but in Canada he threw it away. I'll give him a 7. As for Hamilton, he got the preferable strategy, but he still had to make it work. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. As for Sergio Perez, moving on to Red Bull, 59 seconds behind his teammate, right? 59 seconds behind his teammate. Then nothing. Barely beats the Alpines. It's a 2 out of 10 for me. Horrendous. And that moves us on to his teammate. And of course his teammate's getting a 10. Right, yeah, didn't get pole position. Overtook Russell when it mattered. And then just controlled the race. In a car that's not the quickest right now. And I do believe that. You know, Max Verstappen is just... he's on a different level to everybody. You know, Norris, Russell, all make mistakes when they could have won races recently. Ferrari, I don't think they've had the speed really to win any race apart from Monaco recently. And I'm sure there's other teams Verstappen's the man. People need to accept it.